Good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to Weather for Weather Geeks as we kick off a fresh work week. It's the first work week of December. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I am on the morning shift all week this week, so this video will be posted earlier than it usually is, and most social media updates this week will be weighted towards the morning more so than the afternoon and the evening, simply because of what shift I am working. Weather-wise today, as we kick off the week, things are pretty quiet. The area of low pressure across the northern plains is kicking up some snow up here towards Bismarck and Fargo and Minneapolis. Across the east, not much going on. Weak little area of high pressure centered over Buffalo, New York this morning. And as I zoom back into our neck of the woods, a couple of radar echoes out here in parts of Ohio and Indiana, but most of this, if not all of it's not reaching the ground. There's been a little fog in west central Ohio this morning, but as you can see by the temperatures, it's not that cold for an early December morning. Generally, lows this morning were pretty close to freezing, and we should be down in the 20s for lows at this time of the year. And daytime highs this week will certainly be warmer than we've gotten used to recently. Let me take off the pressure analysis here. We'll peruse the rest of the country quickly. The southeast dealing with a couple of showers. Most of the action is in the plains in the west, where it's colder. It's turning stormy. Check out the temperatures up in Canada this morning. We've got some minus teens, minus 20 starting to show up in the northern territories. Another batch of Arctic air is really starting to set up shop up here. Look at that, a minus 37 over here. And this chunk of Arctic air is going to come south and east eventually. It's going to come in waves. The west is going to get it first, and then the eastern U.S., where we live, will turn cold again at the end of the week and heading into the weekend. Look how cold it is in Alaska this morning. It's down to minus 21 in Fairbanks. One above in Anchorage. So again, the cold air is up here. It's going to get the green light to come south as we head through time. All right, I wanted to show you something kind of cool this morning since we're heading towards the end of the year. It's kind of cool to look at how the globe is doing temperature-wise for the year to date. And when you average it all together, the globe is running about almost a half a degree warmer than average, a little shy of that, over the entire year. Where have the warm and cool spots been? Well, the U.S. has actually been cooler than average all year, at least most of the U.S., especially the plains, the southeast. The northeastern U.S. has been a little warmer than average. The west has been close to, maybe a little below average. Australia's had a warm year. China's had a warm year. Parts of Asia, including Russia, had kind of a warm year this year. But we got a cool spot out there in southern Africa. Some of South America has been cool. And again, much of the United States has had a cooler than average 2013. I didn't review the whole year, but I did review November and previewed December yesterday on Sunday in my blog, ericwfmj.com, ericwfmj.com. This is my blog where I post kind of longer discussions, more detailed forecasts, sort of like this video. It's an outlet for me to go a little more in-depth. I talk a lot about the longer range forecast on this blog, and I post all sorts of cool stuff on here. And included in this post from yesterday, I've got a complete review of November, which turned out to be a cold and snowy month. I've got details on just how cold, how snowy it was, and then a little preview of December, what we can expect over the next couple of weeks. So head over to ericwfmj.com for my weather blog for all sorts of great information. All right, for the rest of the week, this week, it's a quiet week overall. We might get nickel and dimed by just a little bit of precipitation on a couple of occasions. Here's a Tuesday afternoon's map. What we've got going on here is a warm front that's trying to push in from the west. It is going to be a little warmer on Tuesday. As this warm front lifts in, there's going to be a lot of clouds around, but not a lot of precipitation. Maybe there's a quick sprinkle or a shower tonight, and again tomorrow, maybe a wet snowflake mixed in. Not a lot. Then Wednesday is going to be more of the same. Most of the day rain-free. I can't quite rule out a quick shower, but as you can see, there's no barn burners coming our way anytime soon, at least in the next 3 or 4 days. But the end of the week will feature some changes. Here's Thursday morning's map. Low pressure up here, cold front trying to push in from the west. It's going to take its time. I think we won't feel the effects of that front until Friday. Here's Friday's map with the cold front pushing through Friday morning. We'll get some rain with that, and then certainly colder for the upcoming weekend. Whether or not we get any precipitation with that colder air for the weekend, a little up in the air. I think odds favor Saturday being a dry day at this point. Sunday, here's Sunday's map. I'm showing the European computer model here. It has most of the day dry until the very end of the day. Some of the other models have precipitation getting in a little faster on Sunday, so this is 6 days away. A lot of time to iron out that forecast, but at this point, I would say Saturday looks like the better half of the weekend, but it looks cold. We're talking temperatures this weekend probably no higher than freezing, perhaps even highs in the upper 20s on Saturday and Sunday. I'll finish things up today with our temperature anomaly chart. This computer model goes out 16 days. Like any long-range forecast, you want to take it with a bit of a grain of salt once you get farther out in time, because like any forecast, this will be a little less accurate the farther out you go typically. But the overall trend is what we want to look at. The black line that goes straight through the middle, that's the average temperature, in other words, where we should be at this time of the year. Then the line that moves around, that's the actual computer model forecast. Well, it certainly has our warm-up painted in here for midweek. We could be as much as 13, 14, 15 degrees above average Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the 50s. Then after that, we dip down below average, and we could stay there for another 10 days, 2 weeks. It's possible. This isn't set in stone. It's not a slam dunk, but the trend is for mid-month, from a week from right now onwards, to be a little cooler. That is, if not a lot colder than average. Some of the longer range modeling also has a warm-up in store for Christmas week, so we'll keep an eye on that. Lots to be ironed out as we head towards the rest of the holiday season, so you want to keep it right here on your daily Weather for Weather Geeks video, and also check out my forecast today on 21 News midday at noon. I will see you then.